to show you how to do those problems that you sent me. Right, this is a slide. I could just copy the image, and these are actually on the easier side when it comes to logarithm problems. This is what you call 1-to-1. Right? 1-to-1 is, if I look at the first problem, it's a log base 3 on the left equals a log base 3 on the right. That means you can just make an equation out of what's inside the logarithms. So it's 2x plus 1 equals 3x minus 6. And that's, a more basic algebra equation to solve. Subtract 2x, add 6. I think the last one too, it looks like it's a log base 12 equals a log base 12. So you make an equation. 7x minus 3 equals 5 minus x squared. Now, the equation that's left may be more difficult, but the basic principle of how you solve a logarithm equation when it's actually the same logarithm on both sides is actually kind of easy. Now this one, if I solved it, I would add x squared to both sides. I would add x squared and subtract 5, so that'll make it x squared plus 7x minus 8 equals 0. I can factor that. X plus 8 times x minus 1 equals 0. And now I can say x equals negative 8 or positive 1. Now with logarithms, you do have to check your answers by plugging back in and making sure that you're not taking the logarithm of a negative number. In this one in particular, if I plug in this negative 8 here, right, when I square negative 8, I get 64, which is going to give me a log base 12 of 5 minus 64, which is negative 59. And you can't take the logarithm of a negative number. So we would have to say that that one in particular is extraneous because it doesn't check. Now the 1, let's see, if I plug in a 1, I get 7 times 1 minus 3 is 4. So that would be the log base 12 of 4. This one would be log base 12 of 5 minus 1 squared, which is 4. So 1 checks, but the negative 8 is an extraneous solution. So remember that the graph of a logarithm looks like this. And here's x-axis, here's y-axis. The graph never touches the y-axis, which means you cannot take the logarithm of x equals 0, and you can't take the logarithm of a negative number. So make sure that you check. Okay. So in terms of this particular thing, I hope that explained it pretty well.